lovely people. Welcome to Malibu TV. This is your coach, Coach Malibu. I am a holistic life and wellness coach, an accredited meditation practitioner, and I have also written and published these two books called The Journey and Confessions, and also recently published my very own journal. So today on this channel, we're talking about manifesting your whole decade, your whole life, right? In 28 days. But before we can dive into that, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Let us grow this community together. I am a mother, I am a wife, I am a coach, I am an author, but most importantly, I have been called to awaken humanity. Welcome to Malibu TV, a place of transformation and wellness. All right, as I've already mentioned, we are talking today about manifesting your whole life in 28 days. And some people will be like, what? Hell no, that's not possible. It is possible, right? And let us first understand what manifestation is, because a lot of people are trying to manifest and they are not getting it, and they're thinking, oh my gosh, these coaches are lying, oh, the spiritual teachers are lying. But you can actually manifest the things that you want. I myself have manifested the life that I am currently living. I started with a vision board in a place where I was staying in Sunnyside, for those of you who are in Pretoria, and I was living with about 11 people in the flat. But there in the flat, I was cooking the life that I'm living right now. And even now, I'm still manifesting the life that I want, the life that I see myself, you know, as a business person, as a coach, as a mother, as a wife, and as the person that a fitness trainer, and a whole lot of that, right? So all of us, we have the creative power in us, and we also have the power to pull that which we have in our minds, which we believe is in the mind, to pull it into existence. But then most of the time it doesn't happen because of the first reason is that people are trying to manifest from a place of lack. And what do I mean by that? People are trying to manifest a car because they think that they don't have a car, right? They are trying to manifest money because they think they don't have money. And because of that, you keep on creating a mess in your life when you are trying to manifest from a place of lack, from a place of not having. So I want you to be very clear, knowing that that which you want, you already have. And why do I say that? It's because of let me go to the Bible for my Christian friends. There's a verse that says, I had known you. This is God talking to Jeremiah, said, I had known you before you were born and also ordained you as the prophet to the nations. Meaning that God had already, actually, God and Jeremiah didn't have to manifest being a prophet. Before he was even in his mother's womb, he was already ordained as the prophet to the nation. So Genesis 1, it talks about the formation of man, which is a spirit that does not have gender. And then later on, God said, let us create this people and call them female and men. So firstly, you were created as a spirit, and then later on, you were then formed into this physical body. So many people think that they are 99% physical body and then 1% spirit, which is the opposite. You are 99% spirit and then only 1% physical body. So if you are operating from your spirit being, then you are not going to have the things that you want. That is why religion was brought up. That is why we have things like meditation and yoga and all that, so that it can enhance our spiritual being, so that we can have that which we want, right? So if you are trying to manifest because you think you don't have, you are not going to get it. The second thing is that many people are trying to manifest and trying to know, how is this thing going to happen? I mean, when I was manifesting my car, my BMW, I wind up to a BMW site where I checked on a whole lot of things there. So the car that I was looking for was about, I was going to pay about 15,000 for the car, meaning that was the installment, and then after that I had to pay the insurance and then the petrol. That is like a rounded figure of about 15,000 a month. And I said to myself that I'm not going to pay a car 15,000 rent for 5 years or 6 years. I do not have that, but I became intentional about me getting this car. How it was going to come to me, I did not know, and I didn't want to know, but I knew that it was going to come to me. So many people are looking at their physical world, that I have 4 children, who's going to marry me with 4 children? I am HIV positive, who's going to marry me? I'm sick, I am this, I don't have money, I only earn 10,000, how am I going to drive a Mercedes-Benz? But then if you are worried about the how part, then you are sitting in a position of God. Remember that we are co-creating this life with God. So if you are sitting in that position, then God does not have a position in your life. But if you are saying, God, I'm going to do these practices, but I'm going to also allow you to be in your position so that you can give me the things that I want, then God will go and fetch this thing. And I repeat myself, my car then came through my husband. We paid it cash. Actually, my husband bought it for me. I didn't even pay a cent. I'm saying we because I mean my money is his money. But then I did not pay anything. Remember when I did the order, I said I'm not going to pay a car every month, and it happened like that. So the car that I have, I own it. I do not owe anyone that you know, that monthly whatever that I need to, that most people are paying. I made my order clear. So you also need to make your order clear. Some people, the third thing is that their orders are not clear. They just say, I want a BMW, I want a man. And then the universe gives you a man, and then you come and you say, I don't want this one. I want a black one. I want a white one. I want an Indian one. You have to be clear when you are manifesting the life that you want, right? So those are the 3 things that I want you to bear in mind. And the first thing then that I said, people are manifesting from a place of lack. It's where we're going to practice gratitude. So firstly, you need to have, let me take this down, you need to have these 2 boxes, right? So the first box that I have right now, which I have some of the papers in it, it is my request box. And then this one, the pink one, is my gratitude box, right? So actually this is the gratitude, the request box. This is the gratitude box. The reason why I did the request pink, it's because I want my request to come from a feminine energy, feminine spirit, right? So whichever color that you choose for yourself, whatever they mean to you, it's also okay, right? So you need to have these 2 boxes, and you can also buy a journal, which I have mine here. And I said you can get this journal from the internet if you are not in South Africa. And for you know, people in South Africa, you can get this journal. I can either courier it to you or deliver it to you. So you want to have any other journal, and yeah, obviously I will talk about mine. I have so many journals that I buy from shops and all that, right? So you want to have these journals that you are going to pull up a paper from. So you're not going to be writing from like a crappy paper, no. So the boxes that I bought here, I bought them from Mr. Price Home. When I started this, I started it with just normal shoe boxes. If you want, you can do that. Right now I'm in, you know, I'm vibrating higher, and I know that already I can afford to buy, I mean, this box is 39 rand. So I know that I can buy something for 39 rand, so that it can be a special type of a box to me. But if you want, it doesn't mean that it's not going to happen. It's just me believing that I can afford, so why can't I go and buy these 2 boxes, right? So that's it. And then before you do that, before you manifest your entire life, you need to know the symbol or the meaning of 28. So we're going to do this from the 1st of Feb until the 28th of Feb, right? It's 28 days. So 28 is a number that that means success, prosperity, abundance, wealth, and all of these things. So we are aligned with this 28 days, and we're going to do 28 things that will align us to what we want. So when I say 28 days, maybe you are going to start this in March or whenever, but it is, you have to do it for 28 days. So it was okay for me to say in Feb, because Feb has got 28 days, right? So we are starting on the 1st until the 28th. So this is what we're doing. I normally in the morning, I love doing my things in the morning, and I will also advise that you add this as your morning routine. The reason why we're doing it in the morning is because of, in the morning you are just waking up, you are not angry at anyone, unless if you slept angry. So when you are doing this, when we talked about vibration earlier on, I want you to understand that your vibrations also, or how you feel, also determines what you are going to get. So if you are feeling frustrated, you are actually pulling out that energy of frustration, that the whole entire universe must also feel it, and you are not creating the life that you want. So in the morning is the perfect time for you to do this kind of exercise, for the mere reason that you are just waking up and there is nothing, you are not stuck in traffic. Unlike in the afternoon, you would have other people's energies in you, you would have been at work, you would have seen somebody on Facebook saying something, and then you get irritated, right? So you want to do it before you touch your phone, before you do anything. So let me just give you an idea of my morning routine. So I wake up in the morning at around 5 a.m. and I train my people from body transformation at 5 a.m. and after that, then I will pray. When I pray, I call up on my team. So I believe that I have a team with me, which is my angels, which is my guides, which is the Holy Spirit, it's Jesus, it's God. You know, there's a council of all these people. So I call upon them so that I can raise my vibrations. So with you, it will also be different from you, or what you believe in. So you can do affirmations, you can do whatever that makes you feel better. I also listen to affirmations while I'm doing this, so you can decide what works for you. So with me, I pray. After prayer, I do 10 to 15 minutes meditation, and then after the 10 to 15 minutes meditation, then I sit down and I write all of these things that I'm going to do, I'm going to share with you. So you want to raise your vibrations before you wake up, before you actually get into this, and you set your intention. I love doing an intention meditation where I would set an intention and the tone of how my day will be like, right? Because I don't want to be like, taking some other people's energies in between. So you want to have an intention of what you are doing, and then after that, then you do the exercise, right? For this is going to be for 28 consecutive days. Yes. So the first thing that you are going to do, you are going to write 28 things that you are grateful for and the reason why, every day for 28 days. So remember, when I started, I said many people are trying to manifest from a place of lack, of not having. And if you are lacking, actually I've read the book by, what is that book, 28 Days of Gratitude, something like that, I forgot it. And this woman is actually explaining the verse in the Bible, I think it's in the book of Matthew, that what if you are not grateful, what you have will be taken away from you, right? And then if you are grateful, even more will be added unto all that. So we have this idea that the rich are getting richer, the poor are getting poorer. It's because of the law, is the law of the universe that says if you are not grateful, you are going to stay poor. But if you are grateful for what you have, then you are going to be, a lot more is going to be added to you. And I was so surprised that people like Oprah, who's got a gross or a net income of $4 billion, do this type of things. They wake up, they have a morning routine, they meditate, they have gratitude statements and all of that. But with our, not me actually, other people who just normal people, they just wake up and then they complain, oh, the government today, they are not doing 1 2 3. Yeah, that's exactly what you're going to get in your life. So you want to write 28 gratitude statements what you are grateful for. So for myself, I would say I am grateful for my job because it is helping me um, fuel my dream. There are other times when I am starting like a project, a big project, I will take money from my own a salary, and then add it into the dream that I have, this big dream that I have. So you also want to have a reason why you are grateful for that. So you're not going to just write, I'm grateful for my life, I'm grateful for my husband. No, why are you grateful for those people, right? So 28 gratitude statements for 28 days, every day in the morning, right? If you want, you can actually do also a night routine where you go into write 28 days at night again. It's also fine, but minimum once a day, right? And then you also going to have a request, 28 requests, the things that you want. Okay, before I get there, the gratitude, then you're going to have a paper. I have this type of a journal where I can cut. I don't know if you can see this, actually where I can cut is what I'm going to be using. I'm going to be writing from it and then cut and then put in there. So I write 28 days, 28 things that I'm grateful for day one, and then I will put them there. So at the end of the month of Feb, then I will have 28 papers in here that would have been written what I am grateful for. So it doesn't matter if you repeat the same thing or whatever, it doesn't matter. But then write 28 different things a day. If you are going to repeat them tomorrow, it's also okay, but a day you write 28 different things and then you put them in your gratitude box. Then you then get 28 requests. You will write requests, and then there are 28, a list of 28 requests, 1 up until 28, and then you put them in your request box. And then every day after writing the 28 list of your gratitude, you also going to write that one thing. You pick one thing from the 28 requests that you have, and then you write that 28 times. Yes, so I've already made an example that I am grateful for my job because it helps me fuel my dream, right? And then I write a lot of other things that I would be writing there of gratitude. Then when I'm done, I go and then I say in my request, the number one thing that I want is a job. And then you need to be very specific when you are requesting, because you need to put an order. When you get into a restaurant, you don't say, I want food. You have to explain that I want medium rare, whatever, So you need to be very, very specific. I did that with my job. I said, I'm going to start my job on the 1st of September in 2020. And on the 1st of September 2020, I was starting with my job. So you want to be very specific. If you want a job, which industry? Do you want a job in the financial industry, in the construction industry? Which part? You want to say, I am a manager in the financial industry, I am earning this much. So that is the request. The request was, I want to have a job, a new job, right? And then when you are writing the affirmation 28 times, you are writing it in the present tense, and then you are writing everything that needs to be there. If it's like, I'm working with a team that loves me, add that to I'm working with people who understand spirituality, and they are also helping me write it there. So for me, I would say, I am working as a manager in the finance industry, and I am earning this much. Let me just say, I'm earning 60,000 as a take home. I am working with people who love me so much that they also buy my books and my coaching sessions, and I write that 28 times. And then the next day, when you are writing your gratitude list, then you are writing number 2 of the request that you have, and you're always going to put the request here, and then you're always going to put the gratitude here. So You need also to pray for your boxes before you can start that routine. Pray for your boxes or speak life. If you don't believe in prayer, speak life. I speak life that everything that I put in this box, it will come to pass. Everything that I'm requesting, everything that I'm doing, it will come to pass. And then, yeah, whatever that your spiritual practice is, and then do it for 28 days. I'll come back in 28 days, and some of you would have gotten the results, some of you wouldn't have, but it doesn't mean that it's not coming. It's still going to come. Like I said myself, I put a request on the 1st of Jan 2019, and I got the card 10 months later. So even you, just know that you are going to have this thing, whether it's today, tomorrow, or during the time when you are writing it, it's going to come to pass, right? So that's it from me for today. If you have any questions, please ask and I will explain. Let us try to actually not try. Let us create the life that we want. We have been creating the life that we don't want. Now it's time for us to create the life that we want, right? Okay, so share this with your friends and family, and I will see you next time. Thank you. Goodbye.